Last month, we told you about a new limited release documentary, Jesus Thirsts, The Miracle of the Eucharist. Well, that release was a huge hit, grossing over $2 million at the box office over its 3-day run in early June. Due to popular demand, Fathom Events has scheduled another special release of the movie in select theaters June 18th and 19th. Jesus Thirsts takes viewers on a global journey to rediscover the transformative power of the Blessed Sacrament. And returning to the program to talk about the runaway success is the producer of Jesus Thirsts, Jim Wahlberg. Jim, thanks for being here. Now, according to Fathom, who distributed the film, this is the highest grossing documentary they've had in 2024. It's currently the second highest grossing documentary of the year. In your estimation, what's the success? Why do you think audiences flock to this movie?
Well, I mean, the title of the movie is Jesus Thirst, the Miracle of the Eucharist. But I believe that audiences thirst as well for Jesus. And, I think that people are starved. Catholic people are starved for good quality entertainment. And this is not just entertainment. This is a learning journey, if you will. I've received cards and letters and calls from folks all around the country thanking me, which is an unusual sort of call that you would get for a movie, right? Usually the call is, oh, that was great. I laughed, I cried, whatever it is.
Right.
But I'm getting calls saying, thank you. I learned something that I didn't know. I brought my children and they learned something. And so it's humbling. It's a humbling experience. And, numbers are phenomenal, right? To put it in perspective for the audience, right? $2 million really in 2 days, because the theaters drop off considerably after the first 2 days, because the third day is Spanish only, right? So that's a more limited market. But by the 18th, will be the most successful documentary that Fathom has ever released.
Wow.
And so, we're just completely overwhelmed. We are now preparing to release in Canada, Mexico. We're going to go around the world with this film. But I feel strongly that we'll get another encore as well. I think that people are really moved by this film.
I want to give folks a little taste of the film. Here's a bit of Jesus Thirsts. Take a look.
In the Old Testament, God came to us in an ark. But in the fulfillment of that, in the New Testament, we have God now in the flesh. And how was that brought to mankind? In an ark, the womb of Mary.
Christ in the womb of Mary, hidden, silent, vulnerable, utterly dependent. And Christ in the Eucharist, hidden, silent, vulnerable, utterly dependent.
Jim, I've gotten a lot of emails from folks who said, that the film awakened them to the theological and the historical reality of the Eucharist in a way that had escaped them earlier. What are you hearing about the film? I mean, you said you've gotten letters from people. What are they telling you?
Well, Raymond, I just want to say that that clip that you just played, it's touching, right? It's beautiful. The calls we're getting are that this is more than the average film, right? This is a true learning experience. The goal was, because of the fact that, let's do a little bit of math, right? So the church is missing 80% of the people that used to be there are gone,
right?
Completely, right? So now there's the 20% that's left. And out of that 20%, 70% of those people don't believe in the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist, right? And I feel a lot of that has to do with formation and being badly formed, right? And we don't shy away from the difficulties in the church in this film as well. We feel as though this is our opportunity to help with that formation, right, as lay people. And that's the response we're getting is that people are learning more about the Eucharist. And the goal is that more people will believe in the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist.
And this re-release is kind of extraordinary. I mean, they're re-releasing the film on June 18th and 19th. What do you? I mean, obviously there is momentum behind the movie, but it had a very limited run, so you could only see it on the big screen for a short amount of time. Now here's a second chance, and so many people tweeted me or sent emails and said, "I missed it. I missed the first screening." How can they be sure to get the second screening in?
So same thing, right? So we're on just about the same amount of screens, about 1,000 screens across the United States. If you go to JesusThirstFilm.com, and also if you go to Fathom.com, right, you can find the film. You can find a theater near you, and 2 screenings a day, again, which is phenomenal. Raymond, I went to see the film in Columbus, Ohio, Dublin, Ohio, to be more specific. It was 3:45 in the afternoon, and I said, you know what? I want to go see it again in the theater. And I couldn't get a ticket. It was sold out at 4:00 in the afternoon in Columbus, Ohio, right? So people are reacting. So I strongly recommend pre-buying your tickets. Buy your tickets online and bring friends. I feel like, the first run, we're really preaching to the choir, right? I think we're preaching mostly to a good portion of that percentage that believes in the true presence, right? Now we need to expand from there, right? And I got letters. I got a letter here from a Catholic priest, and, old-fashioned U.S. mail. I can't believe it. I never get letters anymore, right? And he said, I saw your film last night with my parish pastoral council, and we were in awe. You did a great job when people leave a movie in silence, processing what they just encountered. I don't think I've ever received a greater compliment in my life.
Yeah, beautiful. It's beautiful. What's next for the movie? I know you said you're going to open this up internationally. What does that mean? How wide are you going to go? Will you distribute it the same way?
Yep, we're going to go worldwide. We're going worldwide. So we are, as you know, Eduardo Verástegui is an executive producer on the film, and Eduardo will do the Mexican release. And, Eduardo, you see how he works, right? He's everywhere all the time. So he'll be going from theater to theater, from city to city in Mexico, promoting this film and really promoting the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. And so we'll go across the world. We have sort of a roadmap that we use with our Mother Teresa film, No Greater Love, right? This, I want to tell you that my wife, who's my biggest fan and my biggest critic sometimes, right? I always want to make her happy. And so the first night I was pacing my hotel room knowing she was at the theater. And she called me, and she just was so overwhelmed with how beautiful the film was. And she said to me, tell me how it did as in relation to the Mother Teresa film. And I said, it was about 3 times as successful. And she paused for a minute, and she said, wouldn't Mother love that? Wouldn't Mother love to just fade into the background, always pointing to Christ? And so I feel like this is all part of God's plan for my life, Raymond. I'm so overwhelmed with the responses that I received and the fact that people love the film.
Well, it's a lovable film and a beautiful one. Jesus Thirsts, The Miracle of the Eucharist, produced by Jim Wahlberg, returns to theaters nationwide on June 18th and 19th from Fathom Events. As Jim said, visit JesusThirstFilm.com for more information, tickets, and showtimes. Thank you so much, Jim. Blessings. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Raymond. God bless you.